Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Panthers going up against the Buccaneers.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Carolina Panthers. They go play action here on first down. Got a man. It's the rookie Curtis Samuel. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. On first down, Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Winston. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. To give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now it's Newton. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Gerald McCoy in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On second down, here's Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A Carolina first, Newton to Benjamin. First down, this is McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed. And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up. Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Chris Baker in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. Now Newton. That's complete right around the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
And sure consistent. The numbers the last couple years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Here's Newton now on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And now it's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Newton on third and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And he'll bang that one through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Forced out to his left. He finds the rookie from Alabama, O.J. Howard. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Charles Johnson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Jameis on second down. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs.
Ready.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it second down. From the gun, Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Ready.
Jameis again. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely, that was a thriller. Newton. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down is Newton. Pressure too much. Down he goes. Chris Baker in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now a man who subbed in for Andy Lee down the stretch last year, Michael Pilardi, to kick it away. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Jameis to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. And Brake, the tight end's got it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On third down, Winston. And Thomas has it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down. Here's the run with Martin. And he's got room. Past the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, Martin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Following the interception, Winston. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Following the penalty, Martin. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down, goal to go from the 6. They run, Martin. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Here's Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And this one through the uprights and good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Second down following the run. Winston to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Winston with a give to Martin. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And the Panthers coming out now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Robert Ayers in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Looking to throw on second down. Newton. Going deep for Benjamin. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Here we go.
Here's Stewart, direct snap. And some space here. Stewart shedding through, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And tough starting field position here. They start the drive with Martin. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley, he's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 1st and 10, Winston. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They give to Martin. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And a 10th carry here for Martin. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Again, it's Martin. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
The play clock's running down. Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. first carry here for Charles Sims. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On second down, here's Newton. Airing it out for Olsen. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Ready.
And off comes to Martin. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Winston. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Winston now from the 50. A dump off to Sims. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Room here to run. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 38-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter from Foxborough. Chargers continue to pull away. They have opened that lead up even further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called me.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's Martin, down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They run it again with Martin. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Escaping the pressure, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. K1 short, able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. Around the NFL, third quarter from Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also 2 two-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephants?
Well, if you do it 1 bite at a time. That's the way they've got to play this, one play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye. One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Newton to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards in the red zone this time. Now a first down throw for Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone. Just unable to complete it, but I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back-to-back really big plays. Probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Third and long, it's Newton. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Noah Spence in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And that'll set them back 5. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the penalty really winds up hurting him there.
Yeah, it winds up pushing him back. Sure enough, the field goal comes up short.
A give left to Martin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Play clock winding down. They run again on first down. Martin. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And Doug Martin, you see him there. Still down, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Blue lady. White.
The first carry here for Jaquiz Rogers. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready. Blue lady. Sonny. 550.
Time running out here on the play clock. Working out of the gun, Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Do something. 20.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. Drive begins here with Sims. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
To throw, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run. It's Rodgers. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Bucs on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it again with Sims. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And Folk's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Now Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Panthers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Newton. He's going to sling this deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Seven yards to go on second down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Ready. Blue 8, 4 down.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this? Against.
Ready. Blue 8.
Now Rodgers. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Let's go now. Blue 8. Stand up there.
On third down, that's Rodgers. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Winston goes ahead, takes the knee, and that should be all she wrote. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Buccaneers, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.